Tony, do you want for the question? Okay, done. Thank you.
Kasey, here are things, Bernard. Did this feel like it was a long time coming, this call-up and this clearance, should I say?
Yeah, it took a while to get all my things sorted, and together obviously to get my Irish passport and all that stuff, and yeah, but I'm just here now and I'm happy to get started.
When you say a long while, when was contact first made and how long did the whole process take, do you think?
First made under Stephen Kenny, obviously during his time here, and obviously getting everything sorted out, passport stuff and that. It can take up some time, but I got it sorted in the end, and that's what brings me here.
And your own Irish ancestry, I suppose, and how when the phone call was made, was it a no-brainer straight away that you said yeah? Yeah,
definitely. I felt like I was wanted here. Having chats with John O'Shea, like I mentioned, Stephen Kenny in the past. Felt very in contact with the country, and just wanted to get started as soon as possible.
And your own Irish ancestry, what's the link?
Yeah, so my late grandma, she was from County Offaly. She was born there, grew up there, and then moved down to Birmingham when she grew up into her 20s, and then down to Northampton where obviously she settled down with my grandfather, and then obviously had my mum and my aunties and uncles, and that's where the blood lies there.
Good stuff. Obviously, the contact made under Stephen, you've called up under Heymere. You're in a kind of privileged position. You don't have to compare him to a previous manager. How have you found him this week? Yeah, very good. We've only been training 2 days, today and yesterday, having a few meetings as well with him and the staff. And there's a clear vision, in the squad. And obviously we respect that the game coming up against England is a very tough game, and obviously Greece as well. We just got to be fully ready for that and prepared, and I'm sure we will be. He seems like a very cool character, is he? Yeah, he doesn't give too much away, but it's been good to get to know his new ways, and the boys seem to all be buying into that as well. So hopefully we can take that forward. Best of luck. Thank you.
Hi Kasey, you spoke there about them having a clear vision. Can you expand on that as to what the message has been over the last 24 hours?
Yeah, obviously we're coming up against a world-class side in England, and we've got to have our own game plan and our own structure, and to nullify what they have and what they bring to us. And the day it's 11v11 on Saturday, and hopefully we can give our game plan to them, and hopefully we can pull it off right and get the result we all want.
You spoke there about your Irish heritage. Was it a big part of life growing up? Were you very aware of cousins in Offaly and things like that?
Yeah, definitely. My late uncle Joey was a massive, follower of Ireland. Everywhere he went, he wore a little Irish badge, and always reminded me that my blood is with Ireland. So that was always drilled into me from young, and obviously I've followed in them footsteps now. So hopefully he can be proud and looking down on me.
You and the family going to come over at the weekend?
Yeah, there's 7 of them coming over. They're all looking forward to it. I had a phone call with them last night, my mum and dad, and they said they're really excited. I think my mum started packing now for some weird reason, but they're all excited to be coming over, and I'm sure they'll have a great time.
Neil?
Hi Kasey. You have a Belfast link too. Is that the same side of the family, or is it?
Yeah, so that's my mum's father, her late father. So my granddad, was born in Belfast and came down at the same sort of similar time when he was younger, and settled down in Northampton with my grandma. So that's where the link lies there.
And had you been approached by Northern Ireland as a result as well? Or?
Yeah, there was a few conversations had, but not as much as I had with the Republic. And I felt like here was the place for me to be. I felt like I was really wanted here, and I've had a lot of connections with John O'Shea and people in the past with phone calls and stuff. So definitely the place for me to be was here.
Ed?
Kasey, how are you doing?
Not too bad, thank you.
I suppose coming through Leicester, you were probably about 14-15 when they won the Premier League. Did you have any interaction with the first team? What sort of players were you styling yourself on? I can imagine a couple. And who were your sort of inspirations in that team?
Yeah, so I think the one that just comes straight to my head really is Jamie Vardy. Obviously, he was that season, the 14-15 season when they won the league was unbelievable. His story coming from non-league all the way to the Premier League, and then obviously clinching the title. And obviously back then I was ball boy every week as well. So watching the team week in week out and getting the results, and obviously which finally led them on to winning the league. And obviously everyone saw the celebrations that brought. And now to being in a dressing room where I can call him my teammate, you take a lot in from his past experiences and what he gives down now to the younger guys coming through like me. So it's a really good thing to have in Jamie, and I'll just try and learn day by day with him.
And just in terms of your personal development over the last few years, you went down the leagues, Forest Green, Wimbledon, a good season then in the Championship. Do you think that's all set you up now for Premier League and as a result international football?
Yeah, definitely. Like you just touched on there, going down into League Two, you really have to learn the hard way. You don't really get the luxury of being looked after like you do in the Championship and Premier League. You have to go down to them leagues and suffer at times. And then, like you say, touch on there, coming into the Championship, I felt like it was my time to really have a stamp on things at my club at Leicester. A few injuries held me back during the season, but I managed to come through with them, and I feel stronger day by day. And hopefully I can just take that forward into going into the Premier League. Obviously, it's the best league in the world in my opinion, so hopefully I can take that, and every time I get to play in the Premier League I can show what I can do.
Gavin Kearney, please.
Hi Kasey. Can you tell us what type of player you are and in what position can you be most effective for the Irish?
Yeah, so I'd like to say my biggest strength is my running power. I like to run. I think you can tell by my long legs that it's probably one of my biggest assets. But yeah, I can play a number of positions. Obviously, growing up at Leicester, you learn different positions you can play. So I've played in the past at wing back and the wing, centre midfield, left wing, and in the 10, I can play in a variety. If I could narrow it down, I'd probably say right or left wing. That's definitely where I've learned most of my things in the past year or so. But at the end of the day, I'll do a job wherever I get put on the pitch, and hopefully I can deliver my best.
Yeah, does Taylor see you as a winger? I know you were listed as a midfielder in the squad league.
Yeah, so in training, I've been playing on the wing or in the middle, in the 10 role. But like I say, I'll play wherever the gaffer wants to play me, and I'll always give my best for the country, and hopefully I can deliver my things that I give to the team.
Thanks very much.
No problem.
Kasey, just wondering, did you have any dealings with England when you were younger, be it trials or involved in any underage squads?
No, not really. I didn't ever, hook up with England on a schoolboy basis. My age group, I'm 01, so there's a lot of talent coming through them ranks. But when obviously this came to me, it was a sort of a no-brainer. To play for a country and a country that seems so driven and so determined. It was a no-brainer for me to come here.
And they didn't come and try and entice you?
No, nothing. No.
Aidan?
Kasey, just in that spell when you were trying to sort out the paperwork and the passport, were you watching the games either under Stephen and then under John and thinking, what you could add, what you could bring, and what did you make of the team that you saw? Yeah,
I did watch the games. My teammate Tom Cannon was here before as well, so I had an interest in watching him and obviously watching the country as well, watching the boys play. And there seemed to be a good fighting spirit within the team. You've got senior pros in that dressing room as well that you can learn things from, that I can learn things from. But coming into the country, into the camp, I felt very welcome, and I can tell that that's going to be a thing that's brought to on the pitch as well, a real togetherness, and hopefully I can just add to that now.
Sorry, just go back earlier on. You talked about your uncle. As a kid, did you dream of playing for Ireland, or is it something that emerged as a possibility later on?
I think it emerged. Obviously, as a young boy, I didn't really think about it. But the more you grow up and the more you learn about your family heritage and stuff, and what it would mean to me and my family of previous years, to play for Ireland would be a massive thing. And to be able to hopefully do that this Saturday, if not, hopefully the next game against Greece, it'd be a very big moment for me, very big moment for my family. So hopefully I can do that, and I'll do everything I can into making that a reality.
Gary Dunn?
Kasey, looking at the two respective squads on paper, one looks considerably stronger than the other. So what is it that you guys are saying to each other, and what is the management saying to you to be able to convince you to go out on Saturday and deliver a result?
Yeah, like you said, we've got to respect both oppositions. Obviously, we've got England coming up on Saturday, so our full focus is on England. And then after the England game, my full focus will be on Greece. It's just how the games have come. Obviously, we've got a world-class side in England coming down to the Aviva. But at the end of the day, it's like I say, it's 11v11 on the day. We've just got to believe in what we do is right, and hopefully we can deliver our game plan in getting the win that we are all really working hard for.
Are you Northampton?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you know someone else in the squad that's from Northampton?
Yes, Callum. We know. Well, my parents and his parents know each other well. So yeah, we've had a conversation about that in the camp, and hopefully, I don't know if his parents come to the game, but if they are coming to the game, I'm sure they'll have a good catch up there.
It's unusual, and you kind of he has played down the middle, but he's also played out wide, so you could actually be pushing each other for the same position in some ways.
Yeah, I mean, it's all healthy competition. I mean, if there's no competition in a squad, then what's the point in it? It's good to have someone to push you and vice versa. And if that means we're playing in the same position, then so be it. We'll push each other, and hopefully we can both just give our best for this country.
You sound a very confident young man. I mean, it wouldn't faze you if the manager said to you on Saturday, "You're going on."
I mean, I'd like to think so, but I think, you know, if he did say that to me, I definitely feel it. Obviously, being my first appearance, and obviously against England, but you know, at the end of the day, it's what I've done since I could ever walk is play football. So, and I'm here to do a job, so I've just got to remember that, keep that in the back of my mind, and just deliver the best I can for this country if given the chance.
Finally, Brendan.
Casey, just to follow up on Neil's point about the IFA, the Northern Ireland interest, was it, could you expand on that a bit? Was it emails, phone conversations, or was it ever a possibility, really?
It definitely was a possibility. You know, when I first heard about it, when it first came to me, it was like a big moment. Wow, like, you know, a country's coming for me and wanted me to play for them. But yeah, when I started speaking to the Republic as well, it was also a lot of interest shown, and that was like an ongoing thing with phone calls, emails, etc. And that's when I wanted to take it further forward, getting, you know, my passport, my Irish citizenship done and dusted with. So I'm glad I got that done, and that's what brings me here, and hopefully I can give my best to this country.
Thank you very much, guys.
Cheers, guys. Thank you. Thank you very much.